What's up, guys? So I wanted to make a quick video on tracking macros. I'm really gonna focus in on protein intake today and how much protein you should be taking in on a daily basis. This is something that's worked out great for me personally. I'm not a licensed nutritionist or a dietitian, so if you do decide to make a change to your diet, I would consult with someone who is licensed in this area. But this is just something that's worked great for me. And so it's something you can try, not try, consult with a dietitian and see what works best for you, okay? But me personally, I like to follow a rule of 1 gram per pound that I weigh when it comes to protein. And this is where I always start if I'm gonna track macros or if I give someone a suggestion of where to get started, okay? So I weigh 200 pounds, all right? So that makes my math easy, okay? So if I weigh 200 pounds, that's gonna equal 200 grams of protein per day, all right? Super simple. Okay. Now, if you're on a weight loss journey and maybe you're in a caloric deficit, you may want to bring that down, slightly, because once you figure out how much you're going to have to eat to meet that goal, it might stress you out a little bit because you're on a caloric deficit. Okay. But it's a good place to start, and then you can adjust from there. All right. So now, after we get our grams, we need to know how many calories that is so that we can, factor it into our total caloric intake. And so with protein, if we times our grams by 4 grams, we're gonna times that by 4, that's gonna give us how many calories we're taking in. And so with this alone, if I'm eating 200 grams per day, it's gonna give me 800 calories just from protein alone, right? So now we need to find out what percentage of that is my total intake for the day. All right, and so someone who weighs 200 pounds, they're probably going to be eating somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000 calories, depending on muscle mass, what their goals are. They're trying to lose weight, or they're trying to maintain, or they're trying to gain. I'm going to hit it in the middle here. We're just going to say this person's taking in 2,500 calories a day, and so what we'll do is we're going to divide 800 calories by our total intake for the day. All right, and that's going to come out to 0.32, and we're just going to adjust that to a percentage, which is our 32%. Okay, so 32% protein. All right, and so we have that number first. So now we can go work kind of backwards, and we'll plug in our carbohydrates and our fats from there. All right, and so if we're eating 32% protein already, a good range for carbohydrates is anywhere from 40 to 50. Again, this is very generic, all right? That's gonna work probably for most people, who aren't athletes, they're not trying to compete in, a long endurance run or anything like that. This is someone, who's on a fitness journey, and they're in between whether they're trying to gain weight, maintain, or lose weight. But this is a good range of carbohydrates for someone in that area. And so we're gonna go 40 to 50% on our carbohydrates, okay? So whatever range works best for you. I tend to stick right around 45%, 40 to 45%. Sometimes I'll creep up to 50. It doesn't make much of a difference for me, but I do definitely stay within this range. And then that leaves fats. And so fats is gonna be anywhere from 20 to 30%, depending on where you landed with your carbohydrates and your protein, okay? This is a pretty typical breakdown. Anybody who breaks down macros for you is gonna land around this area, 30% protein. Your carbs are gonna go anywhere from 40 to 50, and then fats are gonna fall anywhere from 20 to 30%, okay? So that's just a quick protein breakdown. I really like to start with protein and then work backwards for my carbohydrates and fats. It works great for me. It tends to work great for clients who come in and they just want something really simple, like how much protein should I eat? Where should I get started? And so I always start with protein, and I say, how much do you weigh? And then I say, let's try to hit that number in protein per day, and then we'll work backwards with carbohydrates and your fats, okay? So something easy to follow, give it a shot. If you have some success with it, let me know, and enjoy.